What's going on, YouTube? This is Coach Fred. Now I'm back again to make another video for you guys. Now, today the topic will be about the Philippines, the importance of status symbol. Many of you guys, if you're from America or from another country, status symbol is non existent. But here in the Philippines, it's actually important. So let me tell you a story that happened to me yesterday. So I pulled into this plaza. I was driving my 2020 Toyota Hilux Conquest. That's the top of the line of the Hilux Conquest. So that cost me about a little bit over 40 grand US dollars. To us, it's no big deal. Okay, we could afford that. But it is kind of pricey though for a small truck. That is kind of pricey. This is before COVID. So anyway, so I pulled up in this plaza, and the only way for me to get out of that plaza was to back out. So I pulled in, and I'm waiting for somebody to come down, and because I was picking up somebody, there was another car coming out of the basement. Now trying to get out of the parking lot or the plaza. Now that car was facing me. I have to tell you what a car looks like so you get a better picture. So he was driving something that cost about like $15,000, and I'm driving something a little bit over 40 grand. Hey, to us, it's no big deal. But I'm gonna tell you the story so when you come here to the Philippines, you'll be aware of that. So as I was trying to back out to get out of the way so this person can get out of the parking lot, the security guard came up to me and said, "Don't move, stay where you're at." Because the security guard knows I have to pick up somebody up, that's coming from upstairs. So he goes to the other driver, the other driver that's facing me. He told him, "You're going nowhere. Stop, wait until I get my passenger." So I was hoping at that time my passenger, the one I was picking up, would be coming down from the stairs immediately. But the person I was picking up hasn't come down yet. So I'm facing this other car, and I'm beginning to feel awkward. And so I throw in my reverse because I don't feel comfortable anymore. I need to get out of the way. I mean, this the what do you call this? The right thing to do is pull out of there and get out of the way so he can get out of the parking lot. So I throw in reverse. The security guard ran to my window and says, "You don't have to go anywhere. Just stay here. Wait for your passenger. Then you can go. Just wait." And then the security guard goes to the other car and said, "He's not going anywhere. Wait." So there's like 5 minutes of waiting. I felt so uncomfortable. So finally, about 5 minutes or so, so the person that I was picking up finally came down, got in my car, and then I pulled out of the way. And as I pulled out of the way and like make a J turn, like a U turn backwards, so I can get out of the way quicker and then let this person go through and get out of there. The security guard came to me and says, I had to make him stop. I didn't want you to pull backward or drive backwards until you picked up your passenger. And then he saluted me, and then he smiled and walked away. And I thought that was kind of strange. And then I kind of asked my passenger, what was that all about? And then my passenger is my passenger is local here. So she said, he respected you because you had a more expensive vehicle. And he's willing to throw down against the other guy who had a more cheaper car. And then she said, your type of truck is something that resembles a status. So it's a status symbol. And and I'm thinking to myself, well, I guess this is how they run things here in the country. And then another incident prior to this, last year or 2 years ago, police, PNP, Philippine National Police, they were pulling over cars and asking them for like an authorization paper before you can cross the street or cross the town. So if you're one town, you want to go to another town, you need to be authorized. And I saw it too. They would pull them over, and then if they don't have the document, they would tell them to turn around and go back where they came from. But I noticed with me, they never pulled me over and asked for the certification, the authorization. So even the police department or the police department here in the Philippines, they see a status symbol. They recognize that. Also, what I've noticed also, because I drive two vehicles here. I drive the minivan, and with that, they treat me like a normal person here. But when I drive my truck, I notice people would stop for me to cross the street. People do things that I normally don't get when I'm driving my other minivan. But when I'm driving the truck, I get a respect around here. Security guard gives me parking space. Cops don't harass me. I even ran a red light. I was going to Cubao. I'm not used to driving through red lights here or driving through lights because there's in the province area there's not a lot of lights. So when I'm driving through Manila or Cubao area, I forget that there's street lights. What I mean by that is let me do track back and go back and let me explain. So if you're in a village or in a town where there's not a lot of signal lights, you don't have to stop at the signal light. You just kind of stop, slow down, and then see if it's clear, and you just keep on going. You're not required to stop. So when I went to Cubao, I saw the light, signal light. I slowed down, looked to my left, looked to my right. I thought I'm just gonna slow down, then keep on going. Well, I did that. So the cop flagged me down, and he talked to me. He said I ran a red light, and I just stared at him because here I go. Damn it! Now I'm gonna get a ticket, right? The cop looked at me and says, "Just be careful, sir," and then he let me go. So, and the thing is, when he pulled me over, he was kind of hesitant, like he made a mistake pulling me over. Like when he flagged me down, like it was a mistake that he flagged me down. That's how I get treated when I drive my truck. So here in the Philippines, what I'm trying to say is status symbol. Cars here are status symbol. So if you want a preference treatment or preferable treatment, drive a nice sports car like a Camaro, Ford GT, a Land Cruiser, and at the very least, my pickup truck. All the other cars, they don't give that much respect. If you get one of those economical vehicle, three-cylinder, mini Wigo or mini, they call it Wigo, Wigo. Like one of those small cars that saves a lot of gas, or saves a lot on gas. They have no respect. They'll pull you over, man. Yeah, so status symbol here is true here in the Philippines. It's actually, it does actually exist. So if you want status symbol on your side, you want to be treated differently here in the Philippines, Land Cruiser, brand new Toyota pickup truck 4x4 fixed up, Mustang GT. Well, they don't even know what is GT or a four-cylinder. Just get a sports car. I've seen Lamborghinis here, so I know they get lots of respect. So minimum Toyota pickup truck 4x4 fixed up, all the way up to Lamborghini. You'll get some respect here. Although minivans here, the I'm sorry, it's not a minivan, it's like a full-size van, Toyota High Ace, although it's more expensive than a Toyota 4x4. But because it's a van, if you're driving that, you will get harassed because they will assume that you're a driver, you're a chauffeur. So if you have a van, it may cost 80,000. It don't matter how much it costs. But if you're the one driving it, you will be treated like a chauffeur. And a chauffeur here are not treated very well. You're not high class. You're not even medium class. You're somewhere in the bottom. Okay, so you gotta have a vehicle that don't have a lot of seats. So you get a car that don't have a lot of seats and it's expensive. That's when you get the respect. The Land Cruiser, even though there's a lot of seats in it, because it costs like 130,000 over here. Yeah, and most Land Cruiser owners here are more in the political side of how do we say? I'm just gonna say they're very political. So that's why they get a lot of respect. Anyways, yeah, that's it. I just wanted to share with you guys that in the Philippines, status symbol are cars. They don't even care about where you live, the house. It's your car. So cars here are held in a different standard. It's not like in America where you drive a car or you drive a Mustang. You're just a regular person. You drive a truck, brand new. You're just a regular person. You drive a small, economical car. You're just a regular person. But here in the Philippines, it matters. It matters what you drive. So, once again, if you want that preferential treatment, own a brand new vehicle that has not a lot of seat, like 4 seats or less, and it has to be expensive and it has to be brand new, and you'll get that respect. And remember, buying a van, even though it's expensive, and you're driving it, you're not gonna get the same effect because you're just a chauffeur. You're a chauffeur, dude. So, off hand here, what I see is you drive a Mustang. It doesn't have to be a GT. You drive a Camaro here. It doesn't have to be an SS. Drive a Land Cruiser or my truck, the Toyota 4x4 truck, or a Raptor. You will get respect. Any other cars that I didn't mention, well, except for Lamborghinis, that just goes without saying. Any other cars that I didn't mention, you're not gonna get any respect. But that's the rules here. I didn't make it up. I experienced it, and there's more other stuff that I experienced driving. Pricey vehicles. I got through a lot of stuff without, going through a lot of hassle in on the roadway because I was driving an expensive car. There you go, guys. So cars here are status symbol here in the Philippines. All right, guys. I'll make more videos, keeping you guys updated and keep you guys well informed. So when you retire or when you come visit in the Philippines, you will know what is up.